2021 is personal, okay? 2021 is my year. Why is she going so hard? Why am I seeing her so much now? Why did she start a YouTube? All these things that I'm doing now that I said that I was going to do for the longest, but why is so personal to me now, and why now is a greater time than ever for me to do what I'm doing. My time is now. I'm coming back and I'm coming better. God told me that. God told me that because he removed people and situations out of my life for me to realize that on my own. I lost a very close friend, and I went through a breakup, if you would say, in the last couple of months to a year. And that hit me real hard. You know what I mean? Losing people who you feel like would be in your life forever is hard. It's really hard. And if you know me, you know that I'm a giver. I'm a giver. I'm a giver. And so with me being a giver, I felt like I was conforming and being the person that those people wanted me to be to them. I was conforming to who I felt like I should have been for them. I was subconsciously tell myself, if you act as they expect and not act as you are, they will continue to be there. You know what I mean? They'll continue to be in your life. And that's what I was doing for years. That's what I was doing for years of my life. Literally up until this point in my life where I decided to put the focus on me. I was conforming to what I felt like people wanted out of me. And as soon as I started taking that conformity out and putting myself in and shining that light I was shining on them, putting it back on me, everything turned. You know what I mean? Everything changed. God has a funny way of showing us he's clearing out our space for us to elevate. And the way that God was doing that was, for me, was removing people out of my life. And it's crazy because I was sitting back and I'm like, wow. People who I really thought would be here with me and for me for a lifetime were only here for a season. And God cleared that pathway for me to realize that. He said you had to get rid of this and that and these things in order for yourself to grow. My focus had not been on myself in a long time. My focus was always on pleasing others. I never until now had the time to really sit with myself and be like, Jasmine, I take that back. I never gave myself the time to sit back and be like, Jasmine, what do you really want to do? What do you really want out of life? You know what I mean? How do you want to be perceived? What kind of friend do you want to be? What kind of partner do you want to be when that time comes? You know what I mean? I had to give myself time after losing those relationships to really sit with myself and be like, what is it that you really want to do? And not just career-wise, but with yourself. Who are you? And so that's why I went on a 1 month social media break. I was crying all the time. I was crying about my breakup, crying about my friend that I lost. I was crying all the time by myself, with myself. I was hurt. I was hurt. I was so hurt. And I just could not come to an understanding as to why. Why were these people being removed from my life? What did I do to contribute to their removal? And as I sat back and reflected on myself and what I contributed, I couldn't figure out what it was. And so I had to sit back even more and realize, is this just God? Is this just God showing me what I already knew in the back of my head? You know what I mean? We know when we're supposed to leave situations alone. You know, we know when somebody is not really there for us or not really genuinely a true friend. We know that all subconsciously in our mind, but the fear of a human is being lonely. The ultimate fear, I feel like, for a human is to be lonely. So, as being a human, we accept things. We accept things that we shouldn't accept to feel wanted by friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, family. We suck shit up. We suck shit up so we don't have to feel lonely. We suck shit up so we don't gotta sleep alone at night. We suck shit up so we have someone to call on. That's what I was doing. I was sucking shit up. I was sucking shit up. You know, I knew I deserved better in a friendship. I knew I deserved better in a relationship. But I was not allowing myself to have that. One, because I wasn't speaking up for myself. And two, I was silencing myself, which those go hand in hand. But I wasn't being fair to myself. I wasn't being fair to myself. In me realizing that, God started to move. God started to move. He said, okay, start putting yourself first. Start speaking your mind. And I'm going to show you who's really there for you. That's what he did. That's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. While I couldn't understand why he was doing this, why I couldn't understand how these people that I believed to be so important to me were being removed, he was painting a bigger picture for me when I didn't even see the canvas yet. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy what God does. It's crazy how he works. And in him doing that, he said, okay, now sit. He said, okay, now sit right there in all of this sadness, depression. Sit in it. Sit in it. And I sat in it for a month. I sat in it for a month. And he said, he got to a point, he was like, okay, as you're sitting, plan. And now that I have the clarity in my mind and the space in my mind to actually be like, Jasmine, what you doing, girl? I had the time to do that. I had the time to do that. I had the time to focus on me. Something that I never took the time to do. And I will blame myself. I was scared to take the time to do that. I would consume myself with other people and other things, their priorities and not mine. to build an excuse as to why I was not fulfilling what I wanted to do. So I sat in it. I sat in it. It was hard, but I sat in it. And then he said, that brand that you want to build it. That stuff that you want to do it. I know you tell me all the time. I know you telling me all the time what you want to do. I know you tell me all the time, but do it. Actually, do it. And I did it. I did it. I did it. I had to remove everything and everybody else. What everything and everybody else wanted me to do and be, I had to remove it and say, Jasmine, what do you want to do and what do you want to be? This is why 2021 is so personal to me. I've put myself on the back burner for so long. I put myself on hold for so long. It's my time. It's my time. I'm sorry, but it's my time. I got tired of seeing everybody else win and I wasn't winning. I got tired of helping people win and I wasn't winning. I got tired of being the understanding friend and partner. I just got tired. You literally get to a point where you get tired. And I reached my point. And when I reached my point, I had to start putting action behind my words. I had to start putting myself on the forefront. I had to start putting myself first, and that's what I did. Do what makes you happy and put yourself first. Because when God does something like he did with me and removes people and things out of your life, you're not going to have any choice but to be with yourself and sit with yourself. So get comfortable, learn yourself, get to know yourself, know what you're going to accept, know what you're not going to accept, know what you want, know what you don't want. Be the you. And that's why I came up with the fit, because I want people to understand that there's only one of you. There's only one life you live. There's only one. There's only one creation of you in the world. You have to embrace that. You have to love that. You have to be happy with that. Be authentically you at all times. Pour back into yourself as much as you pour into other people. That's so important. Be happy with who you are. Be happy with who you are. And I promise you that will make a world of difference. You will start to really not care what others like about you and what they don't. You won't care because you know 100%. You're sure. You're 100% sure of who you are. That how people view you and how they perceive you does not matter to you one way or another. Because you've been honest with yourself, you're connected with yourself, and you know yourself better than anybody else does. It's so important. So I just wanted to sit here and kind of go over that with you guys. Again, the fit is dropping in March. I'm super excited about that. Wear the brand that represents who you are. That's what the fit is for. The fit fits you, the fit fits me, the fit fits everybody because you are your brand. You're the walking brand. You speak for yourself. And that's what this clothing line is all about. If you see me going hard, that's my reason why. I'm taking 2021 so personally. So yeah, follow my journey, follow my page, follow my Instagram, like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you heard. And if you have any questions, because I know there are a lot of people out here who don't know where to turn, who don't know what to do, who was in the same space that I was in couple months ago, if that. So if you have any questions about my journey or have any questions in regards to your journey and want to talk about it, I'm here. I'm a listening ear. And as you can see, I don't mind sharing pieces of me, which is why I made a YouTube channel. So again, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. And I'll see you in the next one.